We are at Yashwant Natya Mandir for the convocation ceremony of students who have recently received their vocational training, and all these students they reside in Dharavi. On the sidelines, we are joined by Pallavi Paranspe, who is the Deputy Director Town Planning of Dharavi Redevelopment Project. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. First of all, you just saw so many students getting a lot of accolades, and they are getting certificates for the training that they have gone through. This is a part of Dharavi social mission that they have recently come up with. What are your thoughts on it? What other measures do you think should be taken with respect to not just infrastructure development but also empowering individuals residing in Dharavi?
Thank you. So, thank you. And I said this inside also while I was talking, but I feel Dharavi is one of the most important economic centers of Mumbai. So I always say this: Mumbai has three economic centers. There's the Nariman Point, there's BKC, and also there's Dharavi. So a lot of informal employment, a lot of informal activities happen within Dharavi, and it is difficult to measure the amount of the contribution of these activities to Mumbai's economy. However, it is unquestionably there. Also, every time I have visited Dharavi, I have never seen anybody sit idle. So even if people are chatting, their hands are always working. Somebody is knitting something, somebody is doing something with their hands. It's always a kind of fully occupied, people are always occupied. So this is already there in the blood of Dharavikars to be occupied and to be enterprising. And so I think this is like giving wings to these people, helping them acquire skills along the way and become independent. So this is a very good initiative. And as of now, I think 3 or 4 courses have been started, but the intention is to come out with many more courses which are also relevant. Courses being relevant for employment, getting employment is also necessary. Otherwise, just doing a course is futile. So the culmination, if it happens in getting a job, I think that is the victory, and that is the achievement.
Great. Also, as per reports, the construction for Dharavi redevelopment is expected to start in the next 6 to 8 months. I want to understand that what is happening on the rehabilitation front. Is it in line with the timeline of construction and the redevelopment process? How are we going about it?
So yes, the construction is likely to start soon. The survey is underway at the moment, and we need to first ascertain the number of patra people and apatra people. There are government rules according to which this eligibility is determined. So house to house, door to door survey is at the moment being carried out, even as we speak. So about 11,000 houses have been already covered, and we are expecting to be done with the survey by February or March next year. And there are a lot of industries also within Dharavi. There is a lot of commercial component also. There is a lot of ineligible people also. All of these need to be addressed. So the master plan is also being prepared, which will address all these people.
Any timeline as to when this master plan will be out?
So the first cut of the master plan is already ready, and there have been some communication with the SPV company, and refinement of the master plan is underway. So we should be out with it soon.
Great. Also, as you talked about the survey, I was also going through a couple of reports on this, and so it is said that majority of the protests that are happening regarding the redevelopment project are happening from the non-locals. I also want, and there is also a concern about people who are ineligible for a free accommodation during the redevelopment process. I want to understand how are you taking it, and in your opinion, how is it likely to affect the whole redevelopment process? What is your take on that?
See, we identify that transit accommodation is the need. So, when you said that ineligible people are not eligible for getting an accommodation while the project is on, so our क्या बोलते हैं? What do you say? Our we are striving so that transit accommodation is not should not be necessary. So, which is why additional land is being procured. The rehab component and the ineligible affordable housing component for the ineligible people, all of this will happen parallelly. So the effort is that everybody shifts in their homes and there's no transit involved. So this question of people being left out, it does not arise here in this project. So which is why additional railway land has been procured, and certain other lands also for the ineligible people, they are in process of getting procured.
Also, do we have a breakup of how many people are eligible and how many are ineligible? Do we have any numbers?
This is precisely why we are doing the survey, because we do not have the numbers. The survey was done way back in 2008. So those numbers are now obsolete and we need to update them surely. Also now, earlier only people from before 2000 were eligible, 1st of January 2000. So we do not have the numbers of people who came in after that, which is why this survey is necessary. So once the survey is done by next year, early next year, we should have the figures.
We saw that recently three main salt pan lands have been acquired for providing accommodation to ineligible residents. According to you, do you think that these lands are sufficient, or are more, or is more acquisition in line, especially when the redevelopment process is seen to be struggling a little bit when it comes to land acquisition in the city?
We live in Mumbai, and land is a very scarce commodity here. It's a limited commodity, of course, and very valuable. And the salt pan lands, yes, the cabinet decision has been made in this regard. We have all read in the newspapers. However, the land is yet to be handed over to us. So, not an inch of land has been handed over to us at the moment. And what was your question again? The second half part?
Yeah, is this are more acquisition in line? Is this it's around over 250 acres? So is that sufficient? And like especially considering when the redevelopment project is struggling slightly with land acquisitions in the city.
Yeah. So again, as I said, the survey will determine the actual number of people. At the moment, estimation has been done that how many ineligible people would be there, how many houses will have to be constructed for them. Those numbers we do not have. Right now, it is all basis assumptions. So, but these assumptions will get concretized once we have the survey figures. So, at that moment, we would be in a better position to know how much additional land is required. So I think that is when we would actually be able to say what is the requirement.
Okay, and the whole redevelopment project is expected to be is expected to take 7 years of time broadly.
From the issue of the first CC, first commencement certificate, yes.
And other than that, Maharashtra elections are also around the corner, and when we see the opposition is not much in support of the Adani redevelopment project, I want to understand that if a churn happens in the government, how do you, in what quantum do you think can it affect the redevelopment project? Your take on that?
I think the redevelopment of Dharavi is at everybody's heart. So I think everybody is for it. So it wouldn't be appropriate for me to comment on the political scenario. I wouldn't like to comment. Thank you.
Thank you so much for interacting with us and taking out some time for us. Thank you.